Chris Long has been constantly. This has been my comparison from like before he was even drafted for Aidan Hutchinson. We're comparing Aidan Hutchinson to Chris Long. But the problem I'm having is I have no problem with that because I could totally see that. Even Brad Holmes actually was on an interview with Rich Eisen, and he compared the two of them. The only issue I have with it is people are like praising it, and I just don't think that's like a thing to be praising. Like Chris Long, I bet if you, I mean, I had to look at the draft, and maybe I will while you guys are talking. But I feel like if you went and redrafted that year, whatever he went number 2 or 1, wherever he was taken, like I don't think that would be the case again. Yeah, I'm saying like Chris Long isn't like sweet enough to be like. Hope he's Chris Long. Like, no.
Chris Long's numbers are not impressive. He's got 70 sacks in his career. His highest sack total is 13. He did that once. He did 11.5 once, and other than that, 8.5 is his highest. He did that twice. He only has fumble. He's got 5 turnovers or 6 turnovers in his career. Like that's not good enough. I mean, I don't think Aidan will be that. I can see their comparisons for like body type and size and stuff like that, but
both white.
Both white. He's a white man. That's another
Big
white man. They're playing defensive end. I think that's setting the bar a little low. Yeah. And anybody happy with him turning out to be Chris Long, that's not good. You should not expect that out of this guy who's supposed to be a franchise-defining player. He's supposed to be a tone setter for your defense.
I like the comparison.
You want a gold jacket.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris Long's not a gold jacket.
I like the comparison of like a guy like Jared Allen. You know what I mean? Like someone from like
that'd be fucking
like
sick.
back when he was from like in Minnesota, just going crazy. You know, the tough thing about these is like obviously. I mean, like Chris Long's not the best, like obviously like of the group of the guys that were taken at number 2 overall at that position, he's definitely at the lower end of that. Yeah. However, I mean, like if again, I think the reason why people are like, oh well, there's nothing wrong if like a good, dependable starting, starting edge who at his peak, I think I don't think we look at like, oh well, his longevity, he only really had one great season and he had a ton of like we don't know what his longevity is going to be in the league, right? You never know. Like when guys get injured and when they break down and what happens and all that stuff. But I mean, what I do know is that like, Hutchinson's just a football guy, man. He seems ready to go. And, I just have a lot of confidence in what he's gonna do as far as work ethic. And I think the thing about him too is just that he fits our team culture so perfectly. I mean, ultimately, like if he's not like, if he's not a guy that goes out and gets us like 12 sacks every single year, obviously that's a bummer. But I mean, I think this guy is going to be a hell of a Detroit Lion for years to come. Definitely.
And he's, like you said, like culture-wise, fit-wise, he's definitely an MCDC guy. You can see that, that. Right. They have that dog, that grind, that attack, that hustle. And that's what I like about Hutchinson is that he's going to do everything in his power to get better. He's not going to settle. He's not going to be okay with being Chris Long. He's going to want to do everything he can to be an impact player for this defense. And I think that alongside with Dan Campbell coaching him up and giving him that attack mentality and that new, Lions culture that, DMAC loves the culture and that's what they're building is that, never get knocked down, get back up, bite a kneecap, fight the whole way. Like people laughed about the bite the kneecaps thing, but it's really instilling that never quit mentality, that never say no mentality that we saw in different games, like the Rams game in Baltimore and Pittsburgh, to where we could have turned it in after these teams who are better than us scored early, and we could have been like, oh, well, what are we going to do?
Right.
But that's what would have happened under Quintricia, under these other regimes. But now it's different. Now they're like, all right, we got a puncher's chance. If we catch it, if we catch a shot, we pick off a quarterback here, it can change the game around. And I think that instilling that inside Aidan Hutchinson will only feed to his drive that he already has, and that he's coming from Jim Harbaugh, which is obviously I don't like the guy. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but fuck Michigan. But
Michigan State alum,
Michigan State alum, everybody doesn't know. But Harbaugh's that same kind of bulldog kind of guy. To where he's gonna, everybody knows the shit with Kaepernick when he's slapping the pads.
Very similar culture and system, and like rah kind of guy that football players just want to play for.
Exactly.
Say what you will about Jim Harbaugh. Like I'm
bitch.
I'm just kidding. But like in all, it's one of those things where like the transition is seamless as far as like if you're looking at
Jim
guys.
Harbaugh is a woman now.
Like yeah. Jim Harbaugh's my aunt now. But like I can.
That's what happened at that Minnesota show. Really,
I can only imagine like, just like what it's going to be like for him going from sitting across from Jim Harbaugh to Dan Campbell, just how they morph and how similar.
Yeah, and like Jim Harbaugh is a great coach, man.
Yeah.
All joking aside, he's a great coach. I'm sure he's a great guy. He's a great motivator too, and that's what Dan Campbell has shown us that he is. He's a great motivator. The great coach aspect is still, out there. We can't really say that yet after 1 year. I like him a lot as a coach, and I'm excited.
He had that team fighting like hell all year long, even with injuries, even with stuff,
even with Jared Goff,
even when it looked like at one point that we were going to go 0-17, like because there were points where it looked like we were going to go 0-17.
Yeah.
He had that team bought in and fighting, competing, and anytime you can see, I mean, especially when you have like 53 guys on a roster and how all the moving twists and turns, like that's just unreal, man.
Yeah, it was just something I wanted to address because like I seen it. I mean, obviously I've been making a comparison. I seen it, and I just didn't like it. I feel like if anything, I mean, I get the comparisons 100%. It's just if anything, if I'm Aidan, I'm like almost a little offended. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I know fucking.
Well, got no Pro Bowl.
Comparisons always fail at the end of the day because you're always pigeonholing somebody when you do a comparison because
and it's just trying to articulate like for people who aren't like, I don't know, people who don't watch the game. It's what to expect of somebody. It's just a way
Chris
of
Long's
articulating.
got a Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep. It's how you visualize.
The Eagles,
Super Bowl.
The Eagles towards the very end.
Yeah.
What? How do you do that year though? Yeah, he did. He did fair. He's just you know what I'm saying. But to be fair, this draft was I mean, we spoke about it here with Scott in the studio on Woodward Heavyweights, and he's like, yeah, I mean, this draft class, if you're gonna take a swing on somebody, this is the one because everyone's kind of like.
Yeah.
Same grouping,
right.
You know what I'm
I mean, the thing, Aidan Hutchinson was the one that was the consensus. This guy can come in and be a solid pro for years to come. You know what I mean? It's not
more than mental fortitude and attitude, and 100% too. Like that's what this regime is gearing towards. It's what they've been. I think moving forward, I even posted this during my social shift yesterday for Woodward. I posted Josh Pascal, and they were asking him after the media practices, like, yo, you're a lot more like violent out there than like a lot of these other guys. He's like, I practice every time. Like it's my last time. It's like my last chance to get better. And that's one theme that's been consistent with this regime. And I think that moving forward, we should never question that. Like if we're undecided on who they're going to pick, Kayvon Thibodeau or Aidan Hutchinson, what's going to be the Aidan Hutchinson? It's always going to be the high motor guy. It's always going to be the fucking.
It's going to be the football guy. Yeah.
The Captain America. I could do this all day.
Well, yeah, it's like they said, we don't
draft floaters, man. We get guys who come in, they love football, they breathe football, they eat football.
I think you're going John Gruden or something.
I could do it's kind of like it's like a deep voice with a John Gruden accent. It's like
No, Campbell's more like
Hunter Renfrow, hell of a quarterback, man. Knock on wood if you're with me, man.
Campbell literally is like
I was just gonna say something, but I don't want it to get clipped out of context.
Do it.
No,
clipping
it's about John Gruden being racist and misogynistic.
You always scared him. But we say way worse shit on here.
Yeah, John Gruden. I wish I could do a good job. Oh man,
I'm a piece of shit, man.
I hate black people, gay people, and women in sports, man. And that's why I got fired. Don't look at my emails, man. Knock on wood if you're with me.
Yeah.
John Gruden is a piece of shit.
Listen, I'm telling you, you're gonna take the server out back. You're gonna beat that shit with a baseball bat, and you're gonna do whatever you can to make sure they don't find out what you're emailing Sally on Tuesday.
Spider 3Y banana.
Yeah, Spider 3Y banana.
Man,
/ misogynistic quote.
I just feel if I'm doing Dan Campbell, man, it's kind of like this, man.
Listen, man, you gotta
it's a lot more chill. You know what
it's
I'm
more
saying,
chill.
dude?
Listen,
Man? Like
Yeah.
Dude Lebowski literally is kind of like
Two
Yeah,
shots.
he's
he
just
looks like him and
yeah.
kind of like
He's like
yeah, 2 shots in there. Yeah,
he's like,
look, we're gonna win, and I don't care if we gotta go out and.
there you go. Now
Yeah,
you got it. That
listen,
was
man,
good.
we're gonna win. We're gonna go out. I don't know if he's gonna go like break his leg or what, but like we're gonna do it, man.
We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna swing it back at him.
Yeah, we're gonna take punches, man.
We're gonna take
And,
a kneecap on the way up.
Yeah, man. Anyways,
I love the MCDC stuff, man.
Sean is
so
Dan Campbell now.
Sean's gonna do.
Sean
Yeah,
Murphy is Dan Campbell now.
I remember we're gonna do the whole fucking episode now. But Aidan, if you're listening, bro, be better than Chris Long, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, you
Fuck
will.
those
I have
comparisons, we have high hopes. Man.
supreme confidence you'll be better than Chris Long.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
just
for
welcome to Detroit, man. That's all we
Sure.
got to say for now. Just
I
go
mean,
out.
who's
Go,
already here?
go be Aidan Hutchinson. That's what I want out of him. Go be Aidan Hutchinson.
Yes.
That's what I
1,000%.
want. Yeah.
1,000%.
I want him to rip the quarterback's head off. That's what I want you to do.
Well, yeah, be Aidan Hutchinson. Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
Give me some ganja. 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 Give me some ganja.